It's got like endless power.
This sounds ridiculous. So what are the internal modifications to get it to 1150?
It's actually not that hard. So it's downpipes, exhaust, intercoolers, additional injectors, and then larger turbos.
Okay.
So honestly, on these cars, like to get there, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Keeping it together is obviously the difficult part. Yeah. I mean, I'm like religious about servicing my McLaren, so that's why I don't have issues. But like, if you don't keep everything, you know, we use Motul oil. Like a lot of people here, I would go to the left, just go left so you don't go through the spikes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A lot of people don't know about Motul. Obviously, I'm sure you guys do. It's French, but it's like one of the better racing oils. Go left. So it does really, really well with this motor. So, you know, keeping on top of service and stuff like that, we did colder plugs.
Yeah.
As long as you know what you're doing and you don't have those stupid tunes on the car, you're fine.
So, you've done the turbos, you've done the tune, you've done the exhaust, everything is as it is to 1150 brake.
Yeah.
But then talk through the creation of the kit.
Yeah, so it was like literally, I mean, our company's only 6 years old, so obviously from the grand perspective of things, we haven't been doing this. Our company hasn't been doing this that long. I've been doing this stuff from, like, I have multiple automotive engineering degrees, is what I was trained to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was a time in my company when we weren't even qualified to really do this, and so I wanted to see, okay, where are we at? I love 3D printing technology. I love like manufacturing design technology. So I was like, all right. I really want to do something crazy. This was the perfect platform to do it. So yeah, took a stock 720s. We did basically a closed scan of the whole car, underbody, wheel housing, stuff like that. Had aero analysis done on the factory setup, and then you know, from there we went through the design process. I had a very specific design in mind that I wanted, which was very, very difficult. Like I said, you know, experience kind of gives you an idea of what will work functionality wise before you design it. So, you know, went through the iterative process of, okay, making it look like this, can it functionally work? Like, the other part people don't get about like making rebodying cars is like, it's cool to have an idea, but like, will the door functionally open?
Yeah.
Will the radiators get the cooling? Like whatever, you know. So like we have these fender louvers that are in the fenders. It's actually an active duct that sucks air through the front bumper, over the fender, pulls air out of the fender well and then into the factory scoop that the car already has. So we were able to use like really good partners that have the tools to really go through the aero analysis, really see what the car was doing, and you know, kind of like go through that process. And then from the standpoint of the, you know, even the construction of the body kit, you know, everything has weight analysis. So it's like, if you don't need 4 layers of carbon there, you make it 2.
Yeah.
And so it was a very like iterative process, and the hardest part was actually this duct on the rear quarter panel, because you'll see on the outside, if you don't look, there's like three separated curves coming together, and to get the light to hit it so it still looked good, I think we redid that about 15 times just to get like. So there's a lot of thought that goes in. It's not just like, okay, we want it to look like this. You know, again, it's full replacement. The doors.
Really?
So, yeah, the doors are 70 pounds out of the kit. Like, they're very, very heavy from factory. They're like these very, very dense pressed fiberglass.
So what's the entire weight saving on the kit?
It's 400 on this car.
400 pounds?
Yeah.
Wow. I think, like, for those that may have just seen this car on Instagram and don't know the full backstory, don't know your full backstory, we'll just look at that and be like, why would you go and spend $250,000 on a kit on a car that already costs 200 grand, 150 grand, in the UK 150 grand?
Yeah, because you know, for anything else even close to it, you have to spend over $1 million.
Yeah. And on the road, I've never seen anything quite like it. I've been cruising because I just wanted to listen to the way that this car was built, because it fascinates me. Whenever you've told me off camera, I wanted to get that story across. Now I'm going to just try and listen to this, rip it around a little bit just to get a full feel of.
Yeah, we went through like 7 different designs of the exhaust because I was like, all right, how do you turn the angry hairdryer into something that sounds a little more exotic?
Yeah.
Because these cars, I mean, they don't sound bad, but they definitely don't sound that great. So we had the X-Pipe we redesigned 5 or 6 times to kind of like get that sound that we really wanted. So.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean my 765. Anybody that changes the rear section on their 765 is crazy. Like they literally hired an acoustic company to sound tune the rear section.
Wow.
That car sounds perfect. So like they spent a decent amount of time on that. I think because they were a little bit underwhelmed, most people, about the sound of this car.
Yeah.
But this is like the Long Beach Grand Prix. Like they do the hairpin right here. Like you'll probably see all the tire. You can probably see all the tire marks here. So it's like the hairpin coming, then they turn around here. So like down here is where all the race cars see the hairpin.
Oh,
yeah. It does it second to third the most.
Oh my god.
Yeah, see? And you feel it here.
Yeah. That wasn't full throttle.
So, I think do you have the ESCs on? It's off? No, it's off. Oh no, trust me, when this gets to the top of the RPM range, you know that you have full throttle because it just starts to wiggle. I don't really like get on this car that much.
No, I'm big.
No, I'm just saying, like, even me, like, I'm used to it. Like, I just like all of a sudden it just like goes from like 8 to like 1100 horsepower and it just like rips the tires apart.
Yeah.
It's got like endless power. This car's gotten beaten up so much.
Yeah, so how many miles has this got on it now?
19,000.
19,000.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
The other one has 44,000.
44,000.
Yeah, but that lost a motor. Lack of oil changes.
Okay, so you've learned.
Not me. Somebody else.
Okay, you learned through somebody else. Even better. So you've got full carbon kit is $250,000.
If it's like, so it's full colored carbon. So like obviously like to get it like this is very it's not difficult, but like you have to have somebody, our painter, like we have everything in house now. So like you have to have a group of people that really know what they're doing. So like we had to take this kit all the way down, and again it took 3 or 4 times spraying it to really get the everything right. But yeah, I mean literally it's the entire car.
Wow. Okay. And you were saying that some panels needed painting less, some panels needed painting more, so that you could get the entire effect the whole way round.
Correct.
Like,
yeah, and it's even like, even now it's a little bit annoying if the light hits differently. People are like, oh, it's different. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's the angle that like the clear, because it's a candy clear, the angle that you hit it sometimes changes the shade as well.
Yeah.
Because we had to actually do like spray outs, like 5 or 10 spray outs to see like 3 coats, 2 coats, 1 coat, a little bit more toner, less toner, like to actually get the color that we wanted. And obviously we redid the whole interior too.
Yeah, which looks so sick.
Yeah.
I think the combination of the dark blue carbon on the outside with this is just spot on, because the brake calipers work as well. Like,
well, it's also a different color. The brake calipers are different, so we have 3 different colors of blue. So I'm that crazy person that thinks about this stuff in my head at 3 a.m. I'm like, that'll work.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I have some renders on my phone of it, like 3 different colors, and everybody was like, no, it's not going to work. And I was like, yeah, it works.
Yeah, it looks sick. So it's just come off Gold Rush Rally.
Yeah, it's a little beat up.
Yeah, so it's going to be going back into the shop.
Yeah.
For a few little readjustments, realignments and stuff.
Yep.
But I mean, what a machine. Like, this is without doubt the fastest 720s I've driven. And I know we're not necessarily driving on like the most sensible / suitable roads for it, but
and we're in the lowest map because this has map switching, so it's in regular.
So how much am I running now?
Probably like 9.
Okay.
Yeah. 950 maybe. But like with this on the 85, like you really like have to be a focused driver and know what you're doing, because like this car literally, it has 335s in the back. Like it has very sticky Continental 335s in the back. It's like a new tire they have, and it's still just 100 miles an hour. You put your foot down 120 miles an hour and it starts to spin. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
it's absolutely crazy.
Well, I'll leave the video there because we're now coming back onto the road where we're going to be parking back up. We've got all 4 cars. It has been an absolute pleasure to hang out with Peter, as always.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks, probably.
Yeah, in the UK.
In the UK for the first time.
Yep. Yeah. So that's going to be sick. I actually think maybe if you guys follow me on Instagram or you follow Peter on Instagram, I'll leave his link in the description below. You may have already seen the UK project, but as we are currently driving, things are happening in the UK, and it just gives me a buzz knowing that crazy cars are finally being drip fed into the UK, because for as long as I've known, they only exist out in California, and I can't wait to see 1016 start taking over the UK. So I will leave the video there. Peter, thank you very much for just being so accommodating, allowing us to just do whatever we want with your cars. The 992 Turbo S is insane. I cannot wait to drive the Pufferman. The hilarious thing about my GoPro, one of them's already out of battery and the other one's about to run out of memory, so we'll see what happens. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Take care. Goodbye.